In the last screencast, we looked at the operations manager. We looked at the properties for the default mill. Let's take a look here at each one of these. So if I click on the File button, what I get is the machine group properties, and I have several tabs, one of which is File, Tool Setting is the second, and then Stock Setup and Safety Zone. You can see those are identical to the line items I have here. So I can access all of these either by double-click or clicking on the Files button, or I can individually go into Tool Settings. So if I close this here and click Tool Settings, then I just sort of pop up at that particular tab. So these are sort of like tab selectors. Okay, for files, we're going to use the defaults at this point. One thing I'll point out is that at the bottom it talks about output comments to NC files, and we've clicked output operation comments to NC file. So that just gives you an idea that the output of this whole business that we're going to do here is creation of an NC file to do a complex part in our mill. So for the tool setting, what we can do is give our program a number. I'm going to call it 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not super important. And then for the feed calculation, the strategy we're going to use in general is go from the material, okay, whether it's aluminum or wood, for example. For toolpath configuration, we want to assign tool numbers sequentially. So for our GDF part, we'll actually need to use more than one tool. So as we load up more than one tool, we'll want to assign those sequentially. And we also want to click this third one, Use Tools Step Pack Coolant. That will have to do with how we mill certain things, and I'll just leave it at that for now. I want to show you how to select the different materials. So right now we're milling aluminum 2024, which is a certain alloy of aluminum. Say we have wood, for example. We'll go select, change the material, because remember the material is going to determine a lot of the feed rate calculations. Okay, I don't see anything else here, so I'm going to right click and get from library. And you can see we have 6061 aluminum, which is the most common form. We have that in the shop. A whole bunch of stuff we can. Molybdenum, that'd be interesting to machine. Well, we're going to come to or even titanium for that matter. And we're going to go to wood and choose that and check it, and we're okay. We've got wood now. For stock setup, this is a procedure which will allow us to tell Mastercam that even though we've got this designed part here, there is a stock that we're going to stick into the CNC machine, clamp it down, and it's obviously not going to look like this. It's going to be a blank. And we want to tell Mastercam what that blank looks like. So it's going to be rectangular. I want to display it. Might as well fit it to screen. I want it to be a wireframe because I don't want it to be solid because I can't see anything else if I've got a solid stock all around it. There are a lot of different ways to select how we define the stock. Mastercam has the characteristic of having many ways to do a lot of things. It's quite a complex program. I'm just going to select bounding box since I have a nice box for our GDF. So if I click that, get the bounding box pop up. We're going to take the default, so I click that. You can see we've got this kind of red dashed line surrounding everything, and that's going to be good enough for us. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. So that takes care of setting up the default mill. In our next screencast, we'll continue on with the toolpath necessary to mill this particular part.